Dear future Hogwarts student, congratulations on your acceptance into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. In preparation for your first year, the headmaster invites you and your loved ones to join us here at Hogwarts. We wish you nothing but luck as you journey into your magical study, and would like all new students to have a better understanding of how the various houses work within this school. A 7th year student from each house will meet with you and introduce you to the life of Hogwarts. Thank you, and best of luck.
Hello there. How are you? So, my name is Emily. Yes. I'm the head girl of Gryffindor. I believe I'm going to be talking to you today a little bit about my house, specifically Gryffindor and Hogwarts in general. Right, so I hope you don't mind if we just keep our voices down slightly. I'm afraid the OWL exams are coming up rather soon. We have a lot of students in here studying, so it would be best for everyone if we just kept our voices down. Right? So, from what the headmaster has told me, you are going to be attending Hogwarts next year. Right. Of course. Are you a fan of school or education to begin with? Right, of course. Sorry, don't mind the brooms. Well, when you're studying at Hogwarts, it comes with lots of spells and charms, of course, but it seems as if my fellow Gryffindors are working on their flying charms, it seems. So please don't mind the brooms. Of course, you'll be very used to it next year. Did your family go to Hogwarts? Oh, interesting. Of course. Right. My family has been going to Hogwarts for a few generations now. Most all of us have been Gryffindors. They are very proud of me being head girl and so on. So, it seems as if the headmaster is just offering this to new students to kind of talk over the different houses and what exactly you can expect from Hogwarts, just to make you feel a little bit more comfortable instead of just arriving on the first day. There's so many things happening, of course. So I can only speak from my experience. Yes, and my experience in Gryffindor. You will of course be sorted into your house the first day you arrive, yes. Right. Well, of course, I can't say officially favourites, but Gryffindor is definitely the way to go. Yes, of course I have friends in other houses, but us Gryffindors. Yes. So, you won't really get to choose. I mean, it's sort of the sorting hat, figuring it out. I mean, there's been rumours from, like, past students and whatnot that you can tell they're Yes, of course. Not all of these traits are going to apply to each and every Gryffindor, but it's something to keep in mind, of course. Right. Yes. I don't know how the sorting hat does it really, but he seems to place everyone accordingly. Yes. At least in my years here at Hogwarts, I haven't seen anyone really complain about which specific house they've been placed in, because it's usually quite the perfect match. And I think our last trait, really, a lot of us Gryffindors are known to be quite daring. You know, the adventure and whatnot. If you are in fact accepted, not accepted, but sorted into Gryffindor, you will hear so many different stories about past Gryffindors and how daring and courageous they were. Before I go ahead and let you go, I did want to give you a little gift of sorts, just in case you are sorted into Gryffindor next year. This Gryffindor tie for you. You can see it has the scarlet and gold colours that we discussed. Just let Hello. Looks as if you are my next student here. My name is Olivia, and I'm going to be discussing Slytherin House with you. Of course. Have you been to Hogwarts before? Alright. So surely you have heard of the 4 houses within the Hogwarts castle? Alright. Well, as I said, I'm representing Slytherin House, so Headmaster has insisted that we come here and welcome you, perhaps to ease the transition. You will be here next year, so alright. It's a new thing they're trying to see if you can be more comfortable here within your first few days. Yeah. Alright, so Slytherin House. Well, I do just have a few facts and things to explain to you about my house and to perhaps see if you personally think that Slytherin is the correct fit for you. Of course, it's not really your decision. It just depends on where you're going to be sorted, of course. But I do find that introduction can get the thoughts going. Most of my family are from Slytherin, so I'm very familiar when I was a first year. Please no mind to the snakes or charms that are happening around. I'm sure you know it's a study session, so there's plenty of spells and charms around us, and being Slytherins, yeah, if you were to be sorted into this house, you would just have to rather quickly get used to the serpents or snakes around. It is our animal, this serpent. So you'll find that a lot of the spells and charms that we practice with revolve around that specific creature. Are you a fan of serpents, or snakes, whatever you would like to call them? Well, that's one step ahead for you. So, Slytherin House was founded by Salazar Slytherin. Yes, I'm sure you have heard the name. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a reputation that comes around Salazar Slytherin, but here today and in many past decades and centuries, we try to move past that as best we can. Of course, not all of us within this house would, let's say, share his specific harsh take on the student base within this school. Maybe some do, but for the most part there are other traits that have had us sorted into Slytherin House. So you're right, the bad reputation is really something that we try to, move forward on so that we are not looped into the same sort of idea. Right. I know there have been quite a few bad eggs from Slytherin House, but I mean, who doesn't have a bad side, am I right? I'm sure you do. Just wait until the exams start. You could find yourself being a full-on Slytherin in a blink of an eye. Alright, so yes, Salazar Slytherin was our founder, but we try to move forward, as I said. Our Slytherin colours are green and silver. I personally enjoy the deeper shades of green. Of course, if you are sorted into this house, you will receive your robes, your details involving the Slytherin logo. Right. Well, you see, I'm a 7th year, so I don't really wear the tie very much. I hate that thing. I don't even really care for the robes, but what are they going to do? It's my last year here. In a matter of months, I'll be out in the real magical world, so what are they going to do if I don't wear my tie? Right? Of course. So, as you can see around us, we do have a mix of students in here right now. And that will be the case for most of your classes, although you will be sorted into your specific house. You can study and spend time within your common room. As you can see here, there's a mix of students. Right. A lot of the time you may spend most of your time with your level, if you will. So first years spend a lot of time together because they have the same classes together, and so on and so forth, of course. Right. So you will of course interact with the other houses, but a lot of us prefer the common room. Yeah. Just kind of going to be your preference. It's just a study session in here now, hence the charms and spells and serpents and whatnot, but you could potentially feel more comfortable in the common room where it is most likely a little more quiet, or you are surrounded more by like-minded people because in fact you have been sorted into the same house. Thinking to Slytherins and some of our traits that perhaps you would find within yourself that could potentially have the sorting hat sorting you into Slytherin. So we are known to be very, very resourceful. Now this is here within the Hogwarts walls, or in day-to-day life within the magical community, of course. Right. Resourcefulness is a lovely trait to have. We are also known to be quite cunning, if you will. We are also very ambitious and resourceful within that ambition. Ambition for ourselves, our classmates, you could say. We do sometimes take on a leadership role, especially for those like-minded individuals that we will find within Slytherin House. As you can see for myself, I have been quite the leader within my house for the last 7 years here at Hogwarts. So perhaps you could see some of those traits within yourself. We also like to take into consideration self-preservation. Right. It's always important to look after oneself. Now, some people may find that to be a very selfish trait, but in the long run, self-preservation is everything. You only have one life to live well, unless you're a spirit, but currently, as a witch or wizard, you have this single life, so why not preserve it? Work on that self-preservation, of course. And all in all, with all of these traits for us, we are also known to be quite clever. Whether that is in our ambition or our self-preservation, our leadership, whatever that may be in the classes here, in normal life, at home with our families, Slytherins are known to be quite clever. Did mention spirits. You will find so many along the castle halls. They're really a bother to me, if you ask, but our Slytherin house spirit is the Bloody Baron. Yes. You will see so many spirits here. It's very important that you focus solely on your experience here at Hogwarts, part of that self-preservation, so please do not let the ghosts or spirits distract you. Sometimes they're so pesky. And of course our head professor is Professor Slughorn. It has changed over the years, just depending on the specific situation, of course. We've had some come and go. It's never a dull moment here at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Is this for sure the magical school you are going to be attending, or is there others in your sights? Good. Well, you have taken the time to come here and visit with each one of these houses, so I do appreciate you not wasting our time. It was lovely to meet you. I do believe I need to hand you off to the next house. You will notice that we are quite competitive. Well, it's not really a competition who is sorted into what house. You'll find that each year there's a rather normal number sorted into each house. I don't know if that's the sorting hat's plan or how he decides to place you, but it's a rather even number, but still within our leadership and some of our cleverness, we can be quite competitive, especially when you're talking about the Quidditch field, so keep that in mind. Looking out for one's house is very, very important. Yes, do please keep that in mind. If you are sorted into Slytherin, you will have quite the army around you, if you will, because we all look out for each other. Of course, we spend time with the other houses, but when it all comes down to it, the Slytherin house is most important to us, as it will be even after I graduate and go out into the magical community. The Slytherins will be my friends and family. Alright, so it was lovely to meet you. As I said, I will go ahead and pass you off to the next house. So,